We're on a journey to understand proteins. These are the real VIPs inside our bodies. Think of them as the busy bees, always working behind the scenes. Without proteins, we wouldn't be here. They're involved in almost everything our bodies do. Proteins are like intricate machines built from smaller parts. These parts are called amino acids. Imagine amino acids as Lego blocks, each with a unique shape and function. They link together in long chains, creating the amazing diversity of proteins in our bodies. This linking process isn't random. It's all about attraction. Amino acids have special bonds called peptide bonds. These bonds hold the amino acids together, forming the backbone of the protein chain. It's like a delicate dance, with each amino acid finding its perfect partner. Let's talk more about amino acids. There are 20 different types. Think of them as the letters of the protein alphabet. Just like we create countless words with 26 letters, our bodies use these 20 amino acids to build thousands of unique proteins. Each amino acid has special chemical properties. Some are attracted to water, some shy away from it. These attractions and repulsions are what cause the protein chain to fold and twist into specific shapes. This shape is crucial because it determines what the protein can do. We get some amino acids from our diet. These are called essential amino acids. Our bodies can't make them, so we have to eat them. The others, our clever bodies can make on their own. The way a protein folds is absolutely vital. Imagine trying to fit a key into a lock. If the key is even slightly bent, it won't work. The same goes for proteins. Their shape determines how they interact with other molecules in the body. Proteins can be classified by their shapes. Some are long and fibrous, like collagen. Collagen is like the scaffolding of our bodies. It gives strength to our skin, bones, and tendons. Then there's elastin, another fibrous protein that gives our tissues elasticity. Think of how our skin bounces back after being poked. That's elastin at work. Other proteins are globular, meaning they're more rounded and compact. Many enzymes are globular proteins. Enzymes are the catalysts of our cells, speeding up chemical reactions that are essential for life. Without enzymes, many of our bodily processes would grind to a halt. When we eat protein-rich foods, our digestive system breaks them down back into their building blocks, amino acids. These amino acids are then used to build new proteins, which our bodies need for growth, repair, and all sorts of important functions. Think of eating protein like giving your body the raw materials it needs to build and maintain itself. It's like supplying a construction crew with bricks, lumber, and nails. Without these materials, nothing gets built. Different foods contain different types and amounts of protein. Some proteins, like those found in meat, eggs, and dairy, are considered complete proteins. This means they contain all the essential amino acids our bodies need. Other proteins, like those found in beans, lentils, and nuts, are incomplete proteins. They may be missing one or more essential amino acids. Section 5. A protein family reunion, types by composition. Proteins are a diverse bunch even beyond their shapes. One way to classify them is by what they are made of. Some proteins, called simple proteins, are made up only of amino acids. These are the purists of the protein world. Then there are the conjugated proteins. These are like amino acid chains with special accessories. They have a non-protein part attached, called a prosthetic group. This prosthetic group gives the protein extra abilities. For example, hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen, is a conjugated protein. Its prosthetic group is heme, which contains iron and is responsible for binding to oxygen. Without heme, hemoglobin couldn't do its job of transporting oxygen throughout the body. Section 6. The many hats of proteins, enzymes. Enzymes are a fascinating group of proteins. They're like tiny molecular machines that speed up chemical reactions within our cells. Without enzymes, these reactions would happen far too slowly to sustain life. Imagine trying to build a house with your bare hands. It would take forever. Now imagine having power tools like saws, hammers, and drills. That's what enzymes do for our cells. They provide the tools and energy needed to get things done quickly and efficiently. Each enzyme is specific to a particular reaction. Think of it like a lock and key. The enzyme is the lock, and the molecule it acts upon, called the substrate, is the key. Only the right key can fit into the lock and initiate the reaction. Section 7. Beyond structure, proteins in action. Proteins aren't just about providing structure or speeding up reactions. They're involved in a dazzling array of functions throughout the body. They act as messengers, transporting molecules and signals from one place to another. They defend our bodies from invaders, like antibodies that recognize and neutralize harmful bacteria and viruses. They even help regulate our genes, turning them on and off as needed. Proteins are also essential for movement. Muscle contractions, for example, are powered by interactions between the proteins actin and myosin. Without these proteins, we wouldn't be able to walk, talk, or even blink our eyes. Section 8. Protein power, from digestion to DNA. Let's take a closer look at some specific examples of proteins in action. In our digestive system, enzymes like pepsin and trypsin break down the proteins we eat into smaller peptides and amino acids. This process is essential for absorbing the nutrients from our food. In our blood, the protein hemoglobin carries oxygen from our lungs to our tissues. Other proteins, like insulin, regulate our blood sugar levels, ensuring our cells have a constant supply of energy. Even our DNA, the blueprint of life, relies on proteins. Proteins called histones help package and organize our DNA, ensuring that it's stored compactly within our cells. Other proteins, like DNA polymerase, are involved in replicating our DNA, a crucial process for cell division and growth. Section 9. Respect the protein, a final word. Proteins are the unsung heroes of our bodies. They're involved in virtually every aspect of our biology, from the moment we are conceived to our very last breath. Understanding proteins is like unlocking a secret code that reveals the intricate workings of life itself. So next time you eat a piece of chicken, a handful of nuts, or a bowl of beans, take a moment to appreciate the incredible power of proteins. They are the building blocks of our bodies, the catalysts of our chemistry, and the key to our very existence.